Somebody said Juve must have been on a 200 with that response. Man, that shit don't have nothing to do with music, Juve. You basically told this man go open up a trade school or something for barbers and electricians and shit. Man, the man asked you what he could do to help music producers and music artists. Your response was supposed to be open up a powerhouse studio or do features for up-and-coming buzzing artists. But you didn't say any of that. Basically, you told the man don't help nobody. Them niggas need to go to trade school and go do something else if it ain't working. Man, y'all rip, brother. Y'all rip. Stop getting drunk, brother.
Juvie in the hot seat right now, man.
Yeah. I've been seeing it. That's all they've been running with. You heard me? That's been the talk for 2 days. You heard me?
And Junior Montana been going at him.
Yeah,
How did this whole shit get started? It has something to do with Rod 49, right? Rod 49 asking Juve a
yeah.
question.
I think Rob 49 asked Juve on what did he think he should be doing for artists right now in his position that he would have did when he was younger. In his position, different.
And what y'all think I should be doing right now more for New Orleans? For New Orleans artists or for New Orleans producers or for that you wish that you would have did differently?
And Juve went to talking about, people should become barbers and get a electrical trade and stuff like that. And a lot of people felt like that was the wrong answer.
It's kind of like teach them how to fish, like right now it's like we got to create ways, other ways for revenue stream, because that's what it's about. It's about money. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to do electrician work and build things and stuff with my hand and do carpentry and other stuff like that outside of these cats need to have other things to fall on.
When you really listen to the question, now, he could have gave a better answer than that. Because he basically didn't say to help the artist. He basically was like, don't even do no rapping shit. Just straight go to a barber or either HVAC or electrician.
I didn't key in on Juvenile because he said anything wrong. He had a good POV, a good point of view. But at the same time, the man genuinely asked him, what should I do for the New Orleans music producers and music artists differently that you wish you should have did? So his words should have been, I think you should do this. I think you should do that. I think you should do this. I wish I could have did this for the artists. I wish I could have did that for the artists. Artists, not barbers and electricians. So y'all missing the whole point, because all my life told me, homie, ain't never want to see nobody else own or put nobody else in the spotlight. Man, you can't find me an interview where he done shouted out more than 3 or 4 hot buzzing New Orleans artists and told y'all to look out for them. They on their way. They coming. Man, look out for such and such. Look out for this one. Look out for that one, man. He buzzing. He hot. He from uptown. He from downtown. He's from the west. Man, y'all gonna miss me with that. That's why I keyed in, because he dodged the whole question that I heard rumors of all my life that he didn't want to put anybody on, and that proved to me. I can't judge a man off what a motherfucker saying, but he proved to me.
Do you think Juve is gatekeeping and he kind of had to get that answer?
I don't feel like Jude gatekeeping. Right now, this day and time, you already got to have some motion already going, or you got to have a budget already to move forward in this shit right now. I don't feel like he gatekeeping. A lot of people be saying, we gatekeeping as artists. A lot of don't be asking for favors neither. Everybody got a little pride and ego when they come to New Orleans because we home of the Stunners. Nobody want to seem like, oh, I'm asking for a favor. Everybody want to seem like they big timers. You feel me? So that we deal with that ego right there all along within ourselves. You feel me?
These cats need to have other things to fall on. Cutting hair. Man, a lot of cats can cut hair. They got a big need for barbers out here. You know what I'm saying?
He misinterpreted everything. The man asked him what he think he should do that he wish he could have did different. He ain't say nothing about what he wish he could have did, because he don't wish he could have did nothing. Because he don't want to help nobody. That man went, he had to get the shit right. He had to think of that. He didn't want to put nothing with help or none of that. He went somewhere else about an electrician and barber, man. Man, y'all don't be noticing nothing, man. Nobody should be helping up for what the hell he said. We understand he have a point and some point of view, but that ain't have a motherfucking thing to do with what Rob asked him. That's where we going. That shit don't have nothing to do with what Rob asked him. That's why Rob looking confused and Manny Fresh looking fucking confused.
Well, Junior Montana really became like the spokesperson behind it. I guess he was really affected by it, him being an artist, coming up artist, he really felt it and expressed himself. Do you feel like Junior Montana's expressing himself was necessary?
You can't stop nobody from expressing themselves, you feel me? But I feel like we getting away from having respect for one another with this online thing, because the minute he saw it, he jumped straight online and went to, versing his opinion. So in the lines of that, you gotta think some people like uh to be honest, like Juve, like, man, Junior Montana, he looking at Lil Junior Montana still, you feel me?
Rest in peace, Soldier Slim, Lil Derek, rest the killer stone. I'm from uptown, I ain't gon' hesitate to get it on. We don't be going back and forth when it's really on. We treat it like they up for parole. We gon' send them home. Turn this to that, though. That's what that do.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what that do.
You big gay, like a gangster, you hear me?
Big clock, big clock, big clock. I love my glizzy. I told a big chop, big chop, big chop. This bitch on 50, and on the back of that big clock is a big box. Ooh, that's that switching. Fuck all that rapping. I really be trapping. I'm making it happen. I'm moving them things.
At the same time, you gotta think Junior was just, doing some business with BG, and then you might come back around and Juve gonna tell Jizzle how he feel about that situation, and that might rub the whole situation wrong. You feel me? So sometimes, it's cool to verse your opinion, but also sometimes you gotta pull up on the big dog when you versing that opinion. Like, Juve, man, what happened in that situation? It wasn't nothing for you to at Juve and ask him, like, man, Juve, why you said that? That wasn't a question, you feel me? But by you saying it like that and put it up as a post, you got people thinking you being bitter about the situation, and now you defending yourself saying, oh, I don't even give a fuck about rap. Hold up now. At the end of the day, we all give a fuck about rap. I don't give a fuck what it say. I could be 50 years old. If I love rap, I love rap. I'm always give a fuck about how I carry myself, my integrity, about the whole game. Like, let's stop with that narrative. Like, oh man, I don't get rap,
Who
don't
who
pay
who
me.
who
I
said
don't
that?
give a fuck if it ain't. Junior.
For real?
Junior was like, he don't give, that rap not paying his bills. But nah, don't say that. That's where you veering the situation at and making it seem as like it's almost personal. Just say, you's a rapper. You
And
still a
and that
rapper
and,
regardless
and
and you
that's what I was
catch the
about to
crack.
ask you, bro. Is that shit personal? Does Junior Montana and Juve have a history? Does they have a past that speaks loud?
No, I don't think they have no past or nothing with the situation. It's when you put that in there, like, oh, rap ain't something you care about.
When I say
You wouldn't
past, I mean
even,
it could be good or bad. Did they do any work before? Did they?
yeah, they might have a past for it. That's Lester Duplessis, and that's all OGs, you feel me? So when you say something about, hip hop, you gotta be like you love it. That's why you posted it. Because you felt like he said the wrong thing, being a hip hop artist.
Did you see Rob's response when Juvie said it? What was his response? And as far as you can see,
Rob, his response, like he just was open ears on the situation because Juve took him in a different lane when he said, you gotta become a barber or electrician, you feel me? So that wasn't the answer that he was looking for. Even though it was a missed answer, the what Juve said it was not right at all. You feel me? Like the internet making it so difficult for us to even have a decent conversation or, you know, carry ourselves with integrity again. And now you veering it offline because now Jude probably done got wind of it and he like, who did that? Junior Montana. So now he want to talk to Junior Montana. Or even if he see Junior, he gonna act a certain way. Like you really blocking your blessings on another level. I don't know which level it would be on, but anytime Juve in your presence now, he gonna feel a certain type of way after how you carried this out. When you could have added him and had this here Pacific conversation a better way.
And I'm not mad at Juvie or anything or anybody because I'm a land scraping ass nigga. If a nigga know me, they know I get it out the mud. So it don't count for me, but it count for those who watching like, damn, people confused because that wasn't the right answer. Your answer was supposed to be build a powerhouse studio or do features for up and coming buzzing artists that probably have over 50 to 60,000 followers and it look like it's working for them, or, build a studio with low recording expenses to help people that really can't afford the $150 sessions, something like that. Just saying, what I'm saying? Just an example. His answer wasn't the right answer. He only was supposed to answer in that way if I asked him what we tell artists if it ain't working for him or something.
what would you say Juve's response would have been a good response?
A good response would have been in a Rob 449 situation. If I was in Rob's situation right now, I would tell to follow the format what Rob did to get popping, to be able to have a festival in the city. Rob basically did a future with Lil Baby, and from then on, he went from future to future on every single to get himself a household name. And that took some bread for him to get there. You might want to ask his dad or whoever over his team, who did he use and what sparked that situation for him to go that route and follow the same format. But a lot of people don't have that money to follow that same format. That's what it comes down to. You got to have the money to even start with that format. He had to pay for a Lil Baby feature, regardless of what anybody say about Rob 49. His first feature was Lil Baby. So you had to have to put some money out there to do that.
And the video.
And the video. That was the format, and it worked for him. So if you seeing something work, why not go with that same format? And nobody not willing to say, man, I ain't got no money for no Lil Baby feature. You feel me?
Say, bro, so Rob in a position right now where he could sign artists and do things for artists, or he just kind of wanted to help the New Orleans scene, music
I
scene?
think he in a position to help the New Orleans scene. Right now, everybody rushing to be independent. Like, you know, even if you building with somebody now, it tends to tear apart when you get into the business part, when you find out an artist under another artist. That ain't the look everybody want right now. You feel me? Everybody rushing to say they independent, or I'm getting this money on my own. I'm getting it out the mud.
Junior turned this bitch up like a and left the volume low. I'ma turn this bitch up to the volume, bro. We be shipping bows from the East Coast back to Holly Grove before we get the fucking idea, Idaho.
So we make this clear, and for those who don't know, who actually is Junior Montana?
Junior Montana is an artist from New Orleans. Dude is nice as a motherfucker. He one of the nicest from New Orleans.
I don't do no skinny blunts, I'm double stuff like Oreos. I spend a bit on tours, bitch, I drive my whip like Mario. Me, I'm never going slow. I be driving extra fast. She say she Junior X, I don't have X, I just need extra cash.
And he got strong history, strong ties, right? He's the protege of Killer Stone, ain't he?
Yeah, Protégé of Killa Stone. He's one of them ones from New Orleans. He just didn't have his break yet to become a household name as big as Juvenile, BG, Turk, either Wayne, or one of them.
Well, earlier you mentioned the name Lester Duplessis. That's Junior Montana's dad. Who was Lester Duplessis to the city of New Orleans?
Oh man, that's a legend. That's a OG. That's almost as like, if it ain't equivalent to Killa Stone, it's before Killa Stone. You feel me? Who paved the way. But I know Lester Duplessis since I was a kid and I was around Terrence and Bent. He used to hang around Trisha house on Willow Street. So that's my whole street. You feel me? That's where I roamed at. So I knew Terrence and Bent, and I met Lester Duplessis hanging around Terrence and Bent, and that's where all of the dice games used to be at on Willow by Trisha house. You feel me?
As a youngster, bro, how did y'all look at Lester Duplessis?
He was one of the flyest peoples that was around. Like, he was one of the ones that was on to like designer before a lot of other people was. He one of the first people that I ever saw wear silk shirts and nylon tank tops and shit. You feel me? I didn't know nothing about that back in the day. You feel me? I can't confirm where he from. But I know he hung a lot in the Magnolia.
And it's real crazy that I have to explain myself on a misinterpretation more than once. So this is my last time. I feel like Juve answer goes to a question like this. Yo, Juve, man, what we do for the little youngsters in New Orleans that's wild and coming up, man, and they don't look like they got no future. Oh, man, open up a little barber school, get these guys going, show them how to fish, get them electrician. Man, we talking about a fucking rapper, man, who trying to go to the studio and have a dream like you had. You gonna tell them to go try to be an electrician, they ain't gonna have time to be a rapper. The man ain't ask you none of that shit. The man asks you, what can I do genuinely as an artist that's buzzing, made it, doing something to help New Orleans artists that you wish you could have did. So you telling me you wish you could have opened up a barber, an electrician school, Jew? Everybody that's misinterpreting this shit, y'all don't really understand what the fuck happened? That's why Manny Fresh and Rob is looking confused.
The whole thing with the Juvenile thing, like, you see how fast we hop on negativity when it come to our artists in the city. But if you go through the comments and see the people that's reposting it or have something to say about Juve and what he said, they never ever posted his album. Ain't like the post like when he wasn't hot this while back before he had the single with Meg Thee Stallion, they wasn't checking for him. So now he the hottest artist in the city again. Like we gonna drag him to the ground? Like what we doing here? Like if he fall off, it's no look for New Orleans no more. You feel me? Like what we doing here? You feel me? You even if you don't like somebody's music, like you going out of your way to say that you don't like one of these guys' music that's the upcoming artist or whatever. Like what we doing? We ain't giving each other a look. If we take Rob 49 out the equation, what new artists that we got from New Orleans besides Lil Russell? Man, I saw online, it's so much bait going on. I saw a nigga said Currency is one of the top 5 worst rappers. Like, how is that even possible with this man fan base and all of the things he accomplished? Like, tell me, we going with the bait now. You know that we going with the look now. They want to see the views, which they not accumulating no money from the views or the rails or the response you get from the negative shit you posting.
Do you feel like Juve could be doing more for the city himself as far as the artist goes?
Man, Juve is, if I'm 40 something, Juve got to be touching 50 or in his 50. Like, that's a question that we need to ask ourselves. What could Juve do in this situation to help anybody right now? Being a 50-year-old, Juve touring off of his catalog, the work he put in as a youngster. Like, we ain't giving each other the respect we deserve as men, bro. Like, shit is getting out of line now with the online shit. You feel me? Like the disrespect now. Like, come on, man. And I don't like how, like, what I could say. Like, I could have a relationship with you, Wayne. We have a 15-year relationship out on the street. You will have a nigga come from jail that knew you when you were 6, and he mad at me because me and you had a whole history out on the streets, and people talk about you, or I could have a conversation about you, something happened on the street, but he just got out of jail and he got an attitude because he ain't getting the look that he want of the story that he want to tell about you when y'all was 6. Like, man, this shit is sickening, you feel me?
Damn.
Like niggas want that look. They want the look more than anything. Niggas hop in the comments and be like, "Oh, he ain't telling the truth." When you got 15 people verifying this here, you feel me? Like, man, it's like you argue with all of my stories, bro. Or me being around people can verify that I've been around Slim, no Slim. I know BG Derrick. I then been with Buck and Twine and them in Nashville. I done been on the road with Juve Whack. Man, they have a pop out and say, man, BG Derrick was my childhood friend since I was 9. And this be done did 20 years. And Derrick ain't never been to jail. You feel me? And come back out and he got a whole attitude about what I'm saying about our lives. You feel me?
That's a real.
Like, man,
That's real life for you right now.
yeah, that's real life for me, man. Man, bro, man, when I tell you so many people be wanting to discredit stuff I talk about. Like I can't even like shit we did that we done as kids, bad shit or whatever, whether it was good or bad. I get backlash from shit that we done as children. You feel me? So now I'd be like, oh, I don't even want to touch the subject. You feel me? I don't even want to tell that story when everybody else want to hear the story.
Damn.
Man, I got stories and shit where Slim done gave me keys to his house. I done walked in on him with broads, doing crazy shit or him getting shot and wrapping his hand up. And it just be like, oh, why you told that story? Why you told this? You feel me? Or either it opens up something else for somebody else with they past trauma or they trauma. Just like we had the conversation and you saw Sweet Pea and Johnny Boo having they back and forth about the DB shit. You feel me? I ain't wanted it to go that route, but as soon as you go to telling stories about He-Man or Miami or Leonard Morgan or the times like with Gaylord from Nussy to Pimp South to St. Thomas or shit like that, it always triggers somebody else to where they want to answer it or they want to tell their story about it. You feel me?
I just tell them to tell their story. You know.
Yeah. I prefer them to tell a story. It just I don't want it to veer to where it veers off the internet and go to another lane. You feel me?
Right. Creating some bullshit.
Yeah, create more bullshit. You feel me? You got so many people ready for stupid to come home and just what happened to this person? What happened to Shorty Mike? What's up with 411? And it just keep on continuously. The stories keep coming. Or either they want to put a narrative on a story that's been out there. You feel me? And it's touchy even with the Logger Black situation. You feel me? Like that was in-house shit. That was hood shit. You feel me? And you might know the sister or the logger sister or the person's sister, and and you just don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. You feel me?
Right. Because there's certain stories that just, yeah, I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah,
I don't know,
fact.
man. Yeah, I feel what you're saying, though. Yeah,
Uh,
because you definitely gonna draw certain energy when you tell certain stories.
yeah, facts. And I be looking for the love when I get home. You feel me? All my OGs be like, bitch, what's happening? You feel me? When I'm home, you feel me? I could go in my hood and post up and everybody show me love, you feel me? Because they know how I was brung up, you feel me? And what cloth I'm cut from. Scott! You know what it's hitting for. You know what we tuned in today, baby. This rare report. You know who I am. Anything else would be uncivilized. You heard me? This Magnolia Levee. You can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is, you heard me? At Magnolia Levee. That's at MagnoliaLevee. At Magnolia Levee. And this rare report. Let's get it.